Hey, it's DTM. What's going on? I'm here with
Dara Dubonnet.
Yeah, baby.
Double D.
Double D and DTM.
Back together again.
10 years ago, we met at a juice retreat.
Yours.
My juice retreat. 25 people. Too stressful. Don't ever do that again.
No, you were doing it
But
yourself.
we have been friends ever since. And we're getting back together today. Well, we've been hanging out a little bit over in Sedona because I love to go to Sedona.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody else here, and I don't have many friends except my best friends here.
Well, you're in Arizona, and you should see his refrigerator. It's filled with produce. Like, you belong climbing palm trees to get coconuts, but he does this gorgeousness everywhere. Like, he's legitimate, authentic, has integrity, has been walking the talk since I've known you, and it shows. The glow, like, you're glowing. They can't see
Dara.
it close like I can. So, like, when Dan invited me to come make a Juicing for Beauty video, I was like, yeah, I'm in. Reunited.
Did I mention that? We're juicing for beauty today?
Oh, it just sounds good. I feel more beautiful thinking about drinking. You used to make the best juices. You still make the
I've
best
gotten
juices.
better. There's really only like 10 juices or 20 juices at most, really. I mean, there's hundreds.
Yours were and are the best.
But once you get the basics down and you get 4 or 5 of your staple juices, a couple of fruit-based juices, a couple of vegetable-based juices and greens, and then a couple combos.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question that maybe people are thinking? Like,
of course.
Why is it juicing for beauty? Why does juicing help your beauty so much?
Well, because the foods that we're using have the least amount of metabolic residues. And so, yes, all the foods that are eaten today basically build mucus,
The foods
sludge.
that most people are eating, not
That's
you.
right. Yeah, the foods that are mostly being
Yeah.
consumed today in the modern, industrialized society with corporate food,
Profit intent.
for-profit corporate food loaded with all kinds of weird chemicals. I mean, the rabbit hole on that goes way down.
We don't have to go there. We just have to know that it makes people asleep. It makes them clogged and sleeping.
It messes their hormones up. It messes with their brain. The flavor enhancers make your brain addicted, and then it shrinks your neurons. Yeah, and so that'll ruin your beauty. And the other foods that leave behind the mucus inhibit the utilization of nutrients, which will, also inhibit oxygen utilization and blood flow, and circulation is what we want to focus on today.
Yeah.
And that's why we put so much ginger in this recipe. So the recipe is
You call it out.
carrot, apple, ginger, lemon, cucumber, beet, and celery. And just a nice combination of fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Obviously, you could add anything to this. Parsley is nice to add to this. Fennel is really nice to add to this. Mint is really nice to add to this. Turmeric is really nice to add to this. But this is my favorite version of this one right here. I think it's 6? Carrot, apple, ginger, lemon, cucumber, celery, beet.
Yeah.
That is 7.
Yeah.
So 7 ingredients, and 7 is a cool number. 8's my favorite number, but because it's eternity.
I'm 8 in numerology.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I love 8 is my lucky number.
Yeah.
It's like so. Basically, you can now rip me off of anything.
So wait. So I have a question. Like, when do you have this juice? Do you have it first thing? Do you have it throughout the day?
I have
What
this
do you
juice
recommend?
about once a week.
Because once a week.
Usually.
But you have other juices.
Yeah, I'm a huge lemon ginger blaster.
Right.
That's
the
probably
one I
2 or
remember.
3 times a week. The lemon ginger blast.
And the recipes, how do people get your recipes?
Oh, well, right now, actually, you can go get all my recipes and everything I've ever produced on my website for only $97.
That's crazy.
Well, it's like over $2,000 worth of educational materials, all the Detox Mastery, Lose a Pound a Day, the 7-Day Reboot Program, and all my recipes, recipe books, recipe guides. Everything is digital, so you'll have to download it and then print it off to put it on your countertop. But you will get a full raw food education. It's a full tuition to my online school. It tracks your progress. It is, and I just want people to get it, get the information, learn it, practice it, listen to the audios. I call it reverse brainwashing. is what I
Yeah.
call it, which is
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
I listen to the same teachers.
You always have done
2,
that.
3, 4. It's the only thing I can do because I'm telling you, man, it's a hard-headed thing. And these things, you got to pound it, because the world will mess you up. They will just be like, oh, come on, man, let's just go out drinking.
Well, that's the
oh,
thing,
come on, let's
like,
do this, that, whatever.
When people go out, they don't realize like everything from home is going to be in your best interest because you choose it. You choose it like you get happy when you find the produce at the farmer's
That's right.
market. Then you get happy when you bring it home. Then you're happy when you're making it. So the happiness goes in. You're controlling the ingredients, but most likely, a lot of people are considering food as like. It's a second thought, not the first thought. You make food the first. It's the first thing you think about, which is how we need to be. Food should be the first thing. Whereas most people are grabbing it on the run just to fill their stomachs so they can go do other things. But really, when they go out and grab food on the run or any restaurant, usually the restaurants have extra oil, extra fat, not good oil, not good fats, not good sugar, not good salt, because they want you to come back. They need you to come back because they need to keep their business open. So doing this at home and following all of Dan's things will give you optimal health.
Yeah.
It's in your best
You
interest.
go out to a restaurant once a year to remind yourself of why you don't.
That's
But
exactly.
they use fluoridated water and cheap ingredients.
Yes,
and that's just
fluoridated
one
water.
aspect of it.
And bad salt. Like I
Bad,
salt.
hard cooked salt, then your kidneys
I
are
keep
screwed
checking
and your
to see if
lymphatics
it's
are.
gonna fail.
Should we start this thing?
Well,
so
we should start it. I just want to make sure you use the lemon peel, correct?
yes.
Okay.
And so the link is down below to go pick up the $97 full tuition, and that is going to end in a few days. So make sure you get that now. And then the other thing I want you to make sure that you do is watch the information, reverse brainwash yourself, and then apply it. Because not enough people apply it. It's worth it. I mean, it just gets better and better and better and better. You really do. If you follow this course, you get better and better and better as time goes on. Like you can actually get more energy as you mature. I don't like to say get older because that's not really true.
It's not true that you have to have weird bad menopause, or you have to have gray hair, or you have to have frumpiness, and if you fell off the wagon, this is the best way to get back on. There's no shame in taking 2 steps backwards because it reminds you that you need to get back on, and this is the beautiful red wagon to step back into, and Dan's holding out a hand to get back in, and it's this easy.
I mean, the thing is I don't even really try. I just be myself. I really believe in this, and it's just been something that's literally saved my life from drugs, alcohol, and poverty, to be honest with you. And so I owe the Raw Living Foods and this education my whole entire life.
I mean, really, they can go back. Are your beginning videos still on YouTube?
Yeah,
The
13
trailer?
years in about actually on Tuesday.
That's amazing.
No, wait. Thursday. It'll be 13 years
Wow.
of. I wish I could say daily videos, but I had so much trouble with the censorship and strikes and things like that.
Well,
But now I've cleaned up my act, and I agree with everything that they say.
we're not even going to go there because this trumps everything.
Don't say that word.
I said this trumps everything. That's a
Not
word.
that word.
No, but it's like
Domestic terrorist.
it's a word that tells you this rises above
Yes.
everything else that's nonsense. This is truth. This is integrity. This is authenticity. This is beauty. Like for real. Like
Yeah.
if you want to feel. I remember when I first had raw food at Raw Evolution in Santa Monica, and I went 100.
How many years ago?
That was in 2006. So I went 100% raw, and all of a sudden I was like, in 2 or 3 weeks, I felt younger, lighter, brighter, sexier.
Ooh, look out. Man.
So, like, I have definitely not been as, what do you call it, like, on point as Dan, although...
Religious, fanatical.
Yeah, but I also have been really eating pretty clean, some cooked food. But every time I hang out with Dan and then I do the raw food and only raw food thing, I feel so much better. So we can all use inspiration, all of us, and reinvigoration. What do you do with your pulp? Are you going to compost it? I can compost it if you want.
Okay, well, you can compost it. A lot of times what I'll do is take this
It's beautiful.
This is really good pulp for crackers. This particular
gorgeous.
recipe
Yeah.
with the apples and the beets and the carrots,
I might
it makes
take
a
it home.
beautiful cracker. You take
Yeah.
this pulp and you put it in the Cuisinart,
Yeah.
and you take some flax seeds, fresh. Don't get the milled flax seeds
No.
because they're rancid. Get the
Yeah.
whole ones
Yeah.
and mill them yourself in the Vitamix or a little coffee grinder.
Yeah.
And then you take about quarter cup or half a cup of flaxseed and you put it in there as a binder. And then what I like to do is I take about a cup
Look at his cabinet.
I
It's
take
so
like
good.
a cup of the protein powder,
Yeah.
and that makes it so it is like a snappy. And then you
Oh.
can put a little
Can you
salt.
show us the protein powder? Are you selling
Of course.
that?
Oh yeah, that's my main.
Yeah,
that's my
so
main gig. Is
You guys can get this.
Pyridine
The
Natural.
Pyridine.
It's just
You don't know how organized he is. It's so
I need
inspiring.
to hire you.
I'm freaking
You're like
out.
a marketing expert.
Look.
But just to read, I mean, the awesomeness of it. What are the ingredients? You read it. If you can. There's some
I
Chinese in
can.
there.
Oh.
Right there.
Oh. Okay. Pea protein, hemp protein, goji berries,
Yes. Yes. Go.
Protease, lactobacillus, that's like probiotics.
Yes.
Acidophilus, maybe some other probiotics, and that's basically it. So
Yep.
you're saying this adds a crisp, and can I make these if I don't have my dehydrator in Sedona? Yes, I can. I can flatten them out, put the oven on very low,
That's right.
leave it cracked open so that it won't be heated too much.
Even if you do like if you
Little-
put the oven on 200 and leave it
It's
cracked.
fine. Yeah.
I mean, it's like you don't need to be like a freak. It's 118. It's the end of the world. You know.
So I'm gonna take this home, and then I'm gonna buy some of this. Sorry, I'm gonna buy some of this, and I'm gonna make the crackers and shout out Dan. Dan
Oh,
the
great,
man.
cool.
I
Because
always
it's
get
just.
so happy when I see
This is the, and then you can use anything. You can put all kinds of herbs. The crackers are awesome. You know, I mean, what I did when I was, in Kauai and I was feeding my church, like 100 people, I would take all my pulp throughout the week, and every time I made a big batch of juice, the
Yeah.
lemon ginger blast crackers are amazing.
Oh, wow.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Lemon
I
ginger
wouldn't
blast
think that
crackers.
with the
No, you
ginger.
wouldn't.
It's still, because do you peel the ginger or no? You don't even have to.
No,
Okay.
just get the fiber. The crackers are for fiber. They're basically like amazing fiber blasters that'll clean you out, as a mechanical kind of a thing. And then you just make sure you drink plenty of water after you take the crackers. That bulks up the crackers and then just boom, because people are eating a
Just-
fiberless diet.
Yeah, they are.
And they're backed up, clogged up, and their brain is foggy and it's
yeah, and they always think it's the raw food that made them bloated or weird, but it's not. It's whatever in there before the fiber. The fiber is just rustling it up. Do you need me to cut these?
Yeah, it helps. The thing is see, the
your
problem
fingers.
with the world today is that everybody wants to put new wine into old wineskins. They're like, I'm going to start a new diet and get healthy. But you have to clean out the old crap first. You have to do a few weeks or few months or few years, really, of detox to get the oils that have turned into this wax in your tissues, in your cells, in your brain, in your nerves. All of the mucus, the biofilms that are harboring all that bacteria that are the recurring bacterial infections and all these other things that people are dealing with because nobody wants to do the detox. They don't understand what's happening. Thank you. They don't understand what's happening in the gastrointestinal tract. And most people have a lot of waste matter. And the only reason I know this is because I've done long water fasts. The longest was 40 days, and stinky fish smelling filth
It's shocking.
was
After
still
your-
coming out
the
of
way
me
he's
after
been
40
eating.
days.
And that was how many years into your juice?
I was on
your-
living foods for 17 years before
17
that.
years, and then you did the water fast, and you still had weird stuff coming out. So think about that. Think about that, you guys. Like,
And so that's why people are not operating at their best.
no, they're not.
And
And
I'm
you
just.
don't have to get old, and you don't have to get frumpy, and you don't have to get. Everyone deserves to be like gorgeous and beautiful. This is a juicing for beauty, and I really have seen people who do what you do. You see cheekbones. You see there's not puffiness. There's a glow to the skin. There's whiteness to the eyes, and you know what? Beauty is inside out job. It's not at the gym. It's not the shoes you you wear. It's not the makeup you put on. It's literally an inside out. People say to me, what do you use on your skin? And I'm like, it's the grains. It's what I eat, you know? So there you have it. So do you mind the leaves?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it with some bitters. Bitter herbs
It makes
are
it
really
bitter.
astringent.
And I heard, yeah, so cool. I'm fine with bitter. Plus we have so much sweet. I mean, beets,
Oh,
apples,
exactly.
carrots. I normally don't make sweet juices, but I love that we're making this.
Beauty for the body. Well, it balances itself out. The celery, the cucumber, and the
I'm so
ginger, the
excited.
lemon. It really, it's this amazing
Yeah,
synergy.
yeah.
And I guess I can handle a little bit more sweetness, but I can also handle more fat. But when you have a really good GI tract through conscious and volitional intent,
Yeah.
and then you can really digest a lot better. And food combinations is super important for beauty as well.
Yep.
So juicing for the beauty of the body, of the expression of the genes by utilizing organic, natural foods that don't stick and clog up the expression of those genes. Every food that you eat activates different microbial activity that then activates different gene expression.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and so if you have this weird genetically modified Frankenstuff food, it's going to bloat you out and kind of dysmorph you, and you won't be, your expression of your genes won't be as healthy and as vital, you know. So natural, plain, wholesome
And this is
food.
like, you can have, like, instead of stopping at some weird fast product place, because it's not even food, you can have a bag of carrots and a bag of apples on the front seat of your car, on the passenger seat. You could have this available to you. Like, people should get used to having this stuff ready to go.
Oh yeah, a little
Right?
cooler is the key.
Oh,
A
and
cooler
like,
and then little homemade ice blocks out of a plastic water bottle.
yeah. Like, when I go in my car and I'm going on a road trip, I'm usually healthier than ever because I keep something like this. You can even put one of these in.
Oh, you could put some cilantro in this juice for
Is it-
sure.
Is that what this is?
Yup.
Oh, I want a little cilantro. I
so
I
good.
told Dan to keep the bags open for air and put a little paper towel in, and the moisture is what makes the greens go bad quicker. So
Fresh breath, baby.
I'll put in, I'll leave the bag open and put in a paper towel, and then turn the bag over with air in it, and it stays longer.
Man, this is like candy sweet.
Really?
Chewing on greens is good for your
This
teeth.
is so good.
I don't
so
recommend spitting on your friends though.
I would take this in a car trip, a little piece of date, a little cilantro, and just eat it. You know, you could apple and cilantro, carrot and cilantro. Like, you could just have a party.
You want to know what I do on road trips? I take my little Yeti bag. I put 2 juices in there. So I'm always on the road, and I just juice all day, and then I come home to chill out, do some yoga, meditate, and then have a nice salad once a day.
So
Very
this is
good
what
life.
you eat during the day.
Juice, liquid. So I'm always juicing for beauty. It just keeps you hydrated, electrified.
And gorgeous.
Yeah, and all the colors of the rainbow.
You know what's so funny? People
Yeah.
think like, oh, but you're not eating. You have more nutrients. When I did a 40-day juice fast, I felt like I had more nutrients going in me than ever in my life. So if you juice all day, you're not going to die. People think they're going to die if they don't eat.
What happens though is that you take some juice and it starts to detoxify and dislodge a lot of mucus. Then your stomach gets all queasy and you feel weird. You blame the raw foods.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's clean, but it's cleaning you out, and you don't feel well because all the sludge and the slime that's from 10, 20, 30 years ago, drugs, old waxy fats, fried oils, putrefying and rancidifying waste matter in the colon and lymphatic system and in the microvessels
Here,
all
shut
throughout
it
the
so
body.
they can hear you. It's probably
Keep
hard
going.
to hear.
Well, I always scream. I'm always, hey, it's Dan McDonald, listen up. Here, you there, drink your juice, damn it. Okay,
It's so gorgeous.
another apple. So this is how I do it. I go like that, that.
That's nice.
And
I
these
wasn't
are
really concentrating, to be honest, because so much.
these
is
are
going on.
amazing apples.
These are gorgeous. What kind are they?
Fuji,
Fuji.
Fuji, Gala, all of them. All fruits, all vegetables, herbs, nuts, seeds, seaweeds. That's just my little trip, you know. But you don't have to be like
That's a big trip. That's not a little trip you're on.
you don't have to be like totally fanatical on one side of the dietary thing or the other, but these juices, I've even seen carnivores, they're like, I stink, I need green juice, you know? I've seen other people, they're just so thirsty because there's living water in these fruits and vegetables that you just can't get anywhere else.
Ta-da,
You know?
I did it like we did it.
Yes.
Good? This one looks a little fat, but I think it might fit.
Oh.
Will it fit?
You just go like this. These are the best. These the yellow.
Yeah.
When the apple is yellow,
Really?
that's when it has the most amount of sweetness. Same thing with watermelons. The more yellow color that you get, if it's white, it's not really sweet. If it's dark yellow, the brighter the yellow on a watermelon.
These are so good.
Oh yeah.
You're right. This yellow piece was so much sweeter.
Let's put some of that cilantro in. More. Let's load it up. We're just making it up as we go along here, folks.
I really like your refrigerator. I showed it on my Instagram. They can see it. But I'm happy to come and make videos with you anytime, Dan.
Same. I'll
I'm
come
happy
over to
for
your
you
house.
to come to my kitchen, and
I love your house, Dara.
it's cute, right?
You bought it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cute. We'll have you guys over. We'll make a video from there, and that will get me started making videos.
You should make videos, Dara. You're really good at it.
Thank
People
you.
love your energy.
I remember when you put me on your channel for the first time, and you were like, "Oh my God, they love you."
Yeah. Well, you've done a good job ever since. I mean, you know. Just,
I'm always up to some good. It may not be food videos.
What
I
do you
really
do
thought,
these days?
I thought everybody knew about the food because we talked about it for 10 years, but apparently that's not true.
I think everyone's forgotten.
We're
Screw it,
coming back.
man. You know.
We're coming back.
I think people are going to need to come back because this whole thing that happened over the last 2 years, it wasn't even a thought in my mind.
No, me neither.
It wasn't even a potential
No, we're
possibility in
living our
any way,
life.
shape, or form.
No, oh no, me neither.
It wasn't even
No,
possible.
it wasn't part of my
I haven't been
consciousness.
sick in like 8 years.
Me neither.
I got food poisoning 8 years ago.
I
Woodstock
haven't
Fruit
been sick
Fest.
either, nor was I worried about it.
Well, and if you do, you know what to do. You hydrate, tea, take a fast.
You go into bed and you rest.
Word.
So what I want to say is you're filled up there. Watch how he pours it. It's really good. It's fascinating how good you are at this.
I'm not that good at this. What's funny you say it. Normally I do way better than this. But
Well,
I
I moved it out of your way because I didn't want it.
I usually have it here and I
Yeah, I
hook
messed
this
up your system.
But she wanted to be on the left because the feminine and masculine thing.
I wanted to be here.
When I saw the shot, I thought it definitely looks better than me on this side.
It didn't
just,
work.
hello, we're a little lopsided here.
Yeah, it didn't feel right. It just felt
So,
right.
all
Thank
is
you
well
for
in the world.
honoring my
Oh, of course.
whatever.
Adapt, adjust,
Now you can
accommodate.
shut that and maybe they'll hear us.
Oh, crap. We got some pulp.
This is so exciting to me. Really.
So, juicing and diet, beauty of the body.
I'm ready.
But when you add, oh no, those are too small, baby. Go big, go big. Let's go over here, DTM approved in the dishwasher. Look at my jar.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, pure.
Yes,
Pure.
pure. That's for Danny boy. And then
Danny boy. That's my brother's name, Danny.
you can, that one is probably not DTM approved. If you look in the sun, see this is dishwasher, clean. That
Dan
one-
is so neat and so clean.
Jars need to be clean. I can handle a lot of other stuff,
You used
but
to
the
come
jars better be clean, damn it.
You used to come to my kitchen and everything would be nicer than when you left. Like he detailed my vitamins and
Oh,
like
yeah.
we would have dance parties in my kitchen and like everything was shining, singing, cleaning after. Like if you have Dan over, you don't have to worry about mess.
I do. I like, that's the thing. People, oh, I hate cleaning the juicer. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's half the fun. Because what you're doing is you're going, oh, I'm going to get this ready.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have it all ready back on the counter for tomorrow
That's so
or the next juice today. Sometimes I'll use it twice a day.
And when
You know?
you clean the kitchen, do you feel the same way? Like
Always. I love cleaning.
I
It just
know.
feels like I'm getting something done. The most productive thing for me
Hurry,
lately
I'm thirsty.
is me too.
I want it.
The most productive thing for me lately, I will tell you this, is meditation.
Really?
I feel like I'm getting the most done because I'm learning how to. I mean, I talk a mile a minute on these videos and
You
stuff.
gotta
but,
show this pour. Like this is.
oh, dude,
It's
you're
too
right.
late.
You're
But
right. No, you're
look
right.
at this. Like this is like
That's mine.
Juice of the
Just a little-
gods.
This is my favorite little. This pure.
pure.
It's
That's like pure dye.
So we're about to blast some. We gotta blast some zymes with this. Pure zyme.
Do you have probiotics that you sell?
I have probiotics. Yeah, do you want some?
Do you have any
We'll
I
take
could buy
both.
today? Because I want to start making the coconut almond yogurt that you make.
Have you done that?
No. And
Have you
years
made the
ago-
gorilla milk?
Years ago.
Gorilla
I-
milk and the.
I don't know if you called it gorilla milk, but it was like a Lou Corona thing.
Yeah.
where
Well, that was
It
the
was soaked almonds.
coconut almond
with
yogurt.
Coconut, yeah.
That's the coconut almond yogurt, and then since then, and all these recipes are available
Yeah.
on my
Oh my
online
God, you
school. It's
guys,
all
so
there.
good.
I've gone over it and over it and over it,
Okay.
and we'll do it again here too. You know, just to keep on going over and over again because.
Maybe we'll do it in my kitchen for fun.
Oh, dude, the gorilla milk, I don't think you've had. And that's
I
the
haven't
next
had it.
level. I mean, you could live off
Can
the
I?
gorilla
Are we
milk.
toasting?
It was either that
Here's to beauty. dear.
or here's to your beauty.
Are you adding something? But let's
Nope.
have a sip
Nope.
first. Here's to beauty, you guys.
Well, you know what?
Beauty shows health. What? I'm taking a sip.
Well, I'm going to show you what I do, and you can decide to do this. But this is really
Oh
cool.
my goodness.
Next level.
Dan,
Let me show you what I do, baby.
this has got to be good for your heart. It feels like a heart. The
Well,
beat
you know what the
thing.
secret is the love.
Yeah.
And that was the
There's-
other thing. Like, the food is the health of the body,
Yeah.
but bring in the heart and bring in the mind, the positive thinking of just turning it around. It's trying to judge you, and you're like, oh, you're not good enough. And you're like, hold on a minute. God loves me. You can just be quiet, you know?
Yeah.
It's the ignorance,
Hold
it's the
on,
programming.
God loves me. You could just be quiet. I like
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't matter. If nobody else loved you in your life, I got news for you, my friend. God loves you,
Yeah.
which is your true self.
And we love you.
So all the programming might tell you that you're not lovable and that I'm not loved, but the divinity within the center of your heart, the heart lotus, and that's the main thing we're trying to excavate here.
Oh.
And so we're cleaning out the debris, we're enhancing the conductivity for the divine superconductor,
Yes.
and then we are emanating that love into the oneness. But then that brings us back to the heart lotus in the center where we live for eternity. Bodies are born and bodies die.
Yeah.
But you are forever. You are the eternal love that never
So
comes
this
and
is
never
what,
goes.
You guys, Dan's doing it not for the money. He's not doing it for the fame. He's doing it to get higher in spirit.
Well,
That's
I do certain things for the money.
Right. Of
'Cause
course,
I wanna
you have
eat.
to buy the beautiful fruits and vegetables,
See?
veg as he calls them.
It's like,
That's
I
a
mean, but
veg.
yeah, so basically,
But anyway, I'm saying
I
like
appreciate
your
that.
motivation is to get higher in spirit, to be
I'll
closer to God.
say this, I really appreciate money because it's energy.
Yeah.
And the other thing too though, but what you will learn in the long run if you stay awake and pay attention is that you cannot buy what you're seeking. No amount of money
You
will buy
can't
what you're
buy.
seeking because you already own it. You're already in possession of it. It just might be covered over by dust.
It's so true. When I saw people like walking the street, my heart would go out to them because I could see their heart inside of them, but there were layers of waste and layers of fat and layers of clogging over their aura, and like their heart wants to sing. They want to receive messages from their own heart and from the divine, and this helps you clear away so you could hear your own heart and hear what you're here to be doing. I do life direction. I help people with life direction and joy.
I asked you that about Oh, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
15
like
minutes
I
ago.
help guide people. You could go to daradumine.com and I help them with the North Nodes in astrology, which was like the most important point in astrology. It spells out your dharma. It spells out your life direction in everything you do. And then astrogeography, which is the astrology of place, like where on the planet's going to be the best, because you could be doing all the really good stuff, but if you're living on a challenging planetary line, you kind of need to know so you can help yourself navigate. So I did 2 courses on those things, the North Nodes and astrogeography, and once in a while I do one-on-one sessions where I can help people. But I can't help everyone, just like I can't feed everyone. So that's why I made the courses so people could learn how to do it themselves. You have to learn how to feed yourself. You have to learn how to do your North Node, your Dharma daily.
Yeah.
So I like life direction and joy. I like efficient ways to get to our own joy. And
Yes.
raw food, I always said, wasn't everything, but it's the first thing. There's so much more, but this is the first thing. So you can hear your own heart.
And you want to know why?
the divine.
Because the food affects your thoughts. The food actually goes into the blood and becomes your thoughts. So who picked it? Who cooked it?
Yeah.
Was he a pedophile or was he an angry guy who's pissed off at his wife,
or was it a gorgeous
a drunk?
man who is supporting the farmers, or
Word.
a beautiful woman who's so excited to go to Interdependence in Sedona and buy from the farmers,
Yes, exactly.
and like honor the fact that the woman who owns the store is just so on the right side of things,
Yes.
and like we are supporting places that have the energy that we want to be.
That are doing kind of a thankless job. There's other things where you're gonna make a
Glamorous.
lot more
Yeah,
money.
it's kind of like,
But the farmers are out there working,
Oh my
and the other
gosh.
people that are trying to change the world.
that's why I wanted to
Are
call
just-
out the farmer that you are supporting is the Schaefer.
Probably
Farms.
about I every weekend I support about 4 or 5
Yeah,
farms.
it's amazing. Maybe I'll go to
I have a
farmer's
whole
market with
box.
you one day.
And I get enough stuff for the week, and it really
Yeah.
lasts. I mean, I like to buy things as fresh as I'm before I eat them.
If Dan's eating it, it's legit. Seriously, I know him. I know
I'm a
the
little bit of a
integrity,
fanatic, yes.
and he will not eat something if it's like a macadamia nut. If it's like
I don't
you're
not
not-
throwing it in the trash. I mean,
Yeah,
the only
I've
thing I
seen
spend
them.
my money on is food.
Yeah,
And essential
so that's
oils,
why you guys can
you
feel
know.
good about that Puridyme, because if he's putting it in his body, trust me.
Well, it's not just that; it's also Lou Corona. I mean, the guy's like,
Yeah, well, these
Rocket
are
ship.
authentic.
and my
humans.
friends, Phil, who's the vice president.
Load me up.
So, okay, you want the load up, dude? This is how it's done.
I want to do what you're
Now,
doing.
okay, do that, and then
It's like
we
I'll
will
have
find
what he's
you.
having. You know that
Oh,
scene in
yeah.
Harry Met Sally? I'll have what he's having.
There's that. So now you just stir that up.
Shake.
Yeah. So this is just a cool way to get some
What
more
am I
enzymes.
having?
These are beauty enzymes.
Ooh.
They're just beauty enzymes. They just break down all the biofilms that are clogging you up and inhibiting utilization. So because you have to have the utilization, because really your body is a juice extractor. Whatever it is, even if it's meat,
You're so right.
meat turns into a liquid protein that then partially gets absorbed into the bloodstream through the GI tract.
This is gonna make you smell better. Can I ask you a question? How do
course.
people get this? How can they buy
There's a
this?
link down below for
Okay.
Puridyme.
Okay.
And there's on my website and all my
Okay.
videos here on YouTube. I'm a big
So-
fan. It's just everybody wants a protocol. And I have learned after doing this for 13 years and consulting every day, people need to be told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and why to do it.
I don't want to be told when.
Well,
or how. I
it
just
just-
want to do it.
That's just, so what I've done is just design protocols, and there's a lot of great herbal products. There's a lot of different
Give me a
protocols.
smile, Dan. Hold up your juice.
Okay. Something just to,
We have to have that for Instagram.
okay.
Okay, so it dissolved. I interrupted you, but
No,
you
no,
can
that's
keep talking for hours.
No, I definitely can talk for hours. There's so much to say. I mean, it goes on and on. There's this thing in my heart that wants people to get it. I want them to understand, because I know that they're left brain. I don't need the left brain stuff. I don't need any linear logic data. I can see the light
Yeah.
on the papaya, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
Then you can talk about, oh, the papaya is good for your colon because it's so
agree.
gentle.
It's mostly, does it resonate with you? Is it singing? Is it vibrating?
Well, most of the planet operates in the second, third, and fourth. Anyone that's going to be interested in eating better is going to be operating in the second, third, fourth, and fifth dimensions, you know? And so, and most of the people that are going to be thinking of this kind of thing are in the third and fourth dimensions. And there's a lot of linear, mental, intellectual.
It's too mental and too
it is,
intellectual.
but you need to go through that in order to come out on the other side
Do
where,
you?
like, I am sick of thinking. I don't even believe my own
I'm sick of
beliefs.
thinking. I don't want to know the
That's what I'm
facts.
working on.
I just want to have the good stuff and carry on.
The mind thinks it knows, the heart knows.
Yeah.
And so a dude that's super cerebral, Aries,
Yeah.
after years of meditation
Yeah.
and satsang with masters, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, the heart.
The
And then it's
heart.
like, oh.
Remember I told you
Thank
we need
God.
to get out of your head. You need to get
Yeah.
out of your head. The best decisions are not made from your head. It's good, your head can help you get from point A to point B or strategize something or figure out how you're going to drive to the farmer's market. But the idea to go to the farmer's market or the idea, this is really good. Do you feel like you don't need to go slow?
No,
Okay.
I'm a warrior, a machine, a ninja, a Jedi,
You are.
a Viking warlord.
You've been a
Many
ninja
other things.
for a
Oh.
long time.
And plus, I've been waiting all day for that. What did I have? I haven't even had anything today.
This is literally the
see,
best
what do
thing
I have?
ever. Like
Oh,
Dan,
I had grapefruit juice.
Dan,
Boom.
Dan.
This is amazing,
This
right?
is
Perfectly
Not
balanced.
even amazing. It's insane. Like
It's blood.
this is the best thing I've had in a year. I think this is like
This is what my health coach told me to drink as we're doing this therapy. And so this is just
This
one
will
of the
change your
recipes
life.
out of, I have probably 100 juice recipes in my recipe book. It's
The-
mostly juices because I've been juicing every day for 30 years.
okay. So
Huge
Dan
difference.
has a Green Star Elite. Yeah.
Mhm.
I have the Tri-Best Green Star. I did get a different juicer, Omega MM, and it's good. The non-oil, no. I like my Omega, but this is the big bad boy.
The best juicer is the one that you use.
Exactly.
And the daily juicing habit,
Exactly.
you don't even need to think about anything else because it will start to calibrate you. If you're a cheeseburger, pizza, smoking cigarettes and drinking red wine, just find a juice recipe and and just say I'm gonna juice every day, once a day. Within a few weeks, you'll be like, those
You'll be
cigarettes are
dropping-
nasty.
yes, you'll
I don't want that.
naturally
That
drop.
alcohol does not work.
Yes.
I don't want pizza. I want a salad, maybe
Yes.
a chicken breast, and you just kind of keep.
Yes.
Pretty
it will
soon you're like-
adjust your palate. This will change what you crave.
That's why I just say if you learn anything from the DTM, learn the daily juicing habit because you need to be hydrated to stay motivated. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
Okay.
Can you dig it?
I think we did good. Now,
I did,
you want
I
to
did
blast
too.
some of these bad boys? These
Yeah.
are our probiotics. These are just like supportive of the gastrointestinal tract, the microbiome with the whole universe and planet Earth is filled with the glyphosate spraying through the air because it's water soluble and it's on all the food. And so then
This
you
helps
use
you deal with it.
to deal with the glyphosate, to keep the gut wall integrity because it's as thinner than a hair.
Right.
That thin little membrane that protects you from heavy metals and pesticides and all these other strange things. If you get leaky gut, that's when you start getting brain fog and you start to get sore everywhere in your joints and arthritis. So cleaning yourself out, man, this is like, you
Damn.
cannot do this
Think
all in
about-
one video.
Yeah, think about all the people who have aches and pains that could be cleared up.
It's not
gonna
easy.
clear up my-
Can be done though.
It can, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've been through a lot, and I'm coming out on the other side of this thing, and I know that it's living foods, it's juicing, it's yoga, it's exercise, it's sleep. It's for a lot of you, it's going to be the body work. Look up the Rolfing. The colonics are going to help, like a series of 6 or 8 colonics, just to get
Bless
the
the
years
colonics.
of just
Yeah.
sludge and slime out of there.
Home enemas.
Rebounding is incredible,
Rebounding.
but it's really what I want to encourage you today is to think about circulation. Think about the microscopic capillaries that feed your brain, that feed your skin, and the reason why people are not glowing is because those microscopic microcapillaries are smaller than a hair. So one red blood cell carrying an oxygen molecule can get to the end, can get to your skin, can activate the ATP and the mitochondria in the skin if it has blood flow. But if that gets clogged up because of the white blood cells are this big and the red blood cells are this big, you see? So the white blood cells, when there is an infection, when there is really all cooked foods, releases white blood cells into the... It's just a crazy thing because all of nature is raw. Every tree, every bird, every hummingbird, every butterfly, every ant, every giraffe, every carnivore, every omnivore, every vegetarian, and every fruitarian in nature. 100% for billions and billions and billions of years. And then humans had this great idea, which I do see the side of it. They took stuff that was unedible, they applied heat, and they survived. And so we made it. So God bless our frontal lobe and cooking potentially. But now we can go, well, hold on. We got all this agriculture. We got farmers. We can grow our own food.
We can definitely
understand
survive
the soil.
on raw food. Like,
oh, dude.
Survive
the healthiest people I know are by far. 100%. And everyone's got I don't like, because it's uncomfortable. Because you don't want to give stuff up, which is fine. We're not better than you. All that stuff is delicious. I will cook anything for anyone anytime.
You just don't eat it.
I won't eat. I've never used that stove one time, but if you came to my house and said I want a bacon cheeseburger, I really want that.
You would make it.
I would make it.
You would make it.
I'm not the food police.
No,
I am the lover.
The food police.
I just came this whole raw food thing. I think it was just like God was like, do this little thing with the raw food thing and just do it, and I will help you get out of debt. Those are soaked pumpkin seeds.
Beautiful.
And now I really think my purpose is something else. I think in the end I'm going to end up being some kind of a preacher, monk, guy.
Yeah, you're going somewhere else.
I want to start a church.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell people, just simple.
So there'll be a division of food, but the rest is going to be...
We'll always talk about the benefit. You never forget raw foods and fasting,
I like the idea of having
you want to be more inclusive, and you want to just tell everyone God loves you.
Yeah.
And you are that.
Yeah.
And so you are love.
Yeah.
And so don't let the mind and its delusional nature ruin your life.
Right.
Because it has ruined everyone.
Right.
The ego mind, which got us this far.
It gives you shame.
Because the ego was like, I got to get something to eat. So it went outwards. And then we lost that inwards. And that was when we left the Garden of Eden. Symbolically. When we became into duality. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like the next video when we do the Church of Dan.
It's the...
What's the name of your church?
The Essene Church.
Yes.
And it's the Children of Light. And
I
that's
love
just...
that.
Even though it's kind of like this, it's like you leave the darkness and the ignorance, because the ignorance is the darkness. And then you come out into the light, and then you grow the light within you, and then you see all of your BS and all the programming and all the illusion, and then you enter into the lightless light. And that is the goal. And then there's no right or wrong, good or bad.
No.
Everything is perfectly orchestrated karmic blossoming of the flower of the universe. And then you're like, oh, so I don't have to fix anything or worry about anything or judge anyone or judge myself. I can just be as I am.
Dan, you have to have a church.
Just to help people and myself. When you help others, you think I do any of this for you? I'm doing this for me. All these years I had to remind myself, and I'm really glad I did, because I just turned 48. That's why we're having the birthday sale.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have more energy than I did when I was 28, because I was just coming out of my drug phase. I found it when I was 26 years old. I was drunk, stoned, high as a kite, totally homeless, totally broke.
Yeah.
And I was walking down the street, and it was raining in Seattle. It was pouring down rain. I remember it was just pouring down rain.
Yeah.
And I walked into this spiritual bookstore. And the guy I was looking around at the books. Like, I'd never been in a spiritual bookstore.
Yeah.
And I was walking around. The guy goes, "Do you want to know the real truth?" And I was like, yeah, I guess. And he handed me this $1 book, The Essene Gospel of Peace. And I took
I
that
haven't seen
home,
that in years.
wherever that was. I don't even remember where I was at the time because I bounced around a lot. But I read that book and it just blew my cap. And it was pure light. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I mean, we're talking about I was just gone. I was gone. So we're talking the biggest 180 in the history of humanity.
How long did it take you to go healthy after getting that book?
That day.
Yeah.
That day I went raw.
It's like I went the
from
second I knew about it.
a freak.
Yeah.
Now, I had been juicing for years already because my parents bought me a juicer, and if I had a place to live.
So you would drink, but you'd have juice, but also have alcohol.
Oh, God, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of an interesting character. You know, I would go back and forth because I would go into these binges because I couldn't handle the pain.
Yeah.
And then I'd climb my way back out through sheer will force. But then it was just, I couldn't, if I would snap, I'd snap. And then 6 months later, I'd be like broke again, back on the street, no money, totally strung out, just big black bags under my eyes. And then, so it was quite a roller coaster ride until I started learning how to really, and that's what the live foods will do, is you got nowhere to run. I mean, you could donuts and ice cream and candy bars and burgers and Chipotle. That will really bring your vital force down and lower your awareness. Pancakes are the best. Potatoes, not Prozac. But just those foods that are like, oh, well, I guess I can deal with it tomorrow. It's no big deal. They knock you out.
Yeah.
The living foods is like, oh, you got nowhere to run.
Yeah.
And you have to start looking at this crap.
You do, but then you also have so much more energy for bike riding and for art and so you just find different ways to channel the anxiety. Like you allow yourself the anxiety almost, you allow yourself the feelings, and then you develop the tools to deal with them, like meditation and things like that, instead of numbing. Like if you're numbing with the potatoes, then you don't have to deal. I think that I've learned how to manage my anxiety in healthy ways because I allowed myself to feel. This forces you to feel. It does.
My advice, not that you asked for it, is it's the anxiety. Right? You know what I mean? Instead of mine.
That's true. Good.
That's been one of the biggest keys for me.
It's the anxiety.
It's the anger. It's the lust. It's the confusion.
The YouTube.
It's the disease. It's the cancer.
It's not mine.
And then people say, my anxiety, my stress.
You're right.
My poverty.
Yeah.
And they just own it unconsciously.
Good catch, Dan.
Oh, dude.
Good catch.
That's a key. I had to catch that a long time ago. So.
Yeah, it's the anxiety, or whenever it pops up, then I can do healthy things. And it's actually fun to make colorful food and colorful juices and clean your juicer with mindfulness and clean up your kitchen in preparation for the next gorgeous thing you're going to do for your gorgeous self. And I just want everyone to remember, we all came here to be beautiful. We all came here to be shiny, happy, beautiful beings. We really did.
This is what I wanted to say. The raw foods affects the quality of your thoughts. The food you eat affects the quality of your thoughts. And then, when there's pain or anxiety or fear or anger, I mean, the best thing you can do, this is the trick, is you go into it and you say, how anxious can I get? How angry can I get? You dive into it, you ask, you pray, give me more anxiety. I want to feel what this really feels like. And then you, all of a sudden, instead of the anxiety controlling you now control it.
Love it.
It really works. Dan. The best thing you can do is to dive into your problems.
Like, bring it on.
Quit running away. Just be like, I am so effing pissed off right now. And you just feel it, and you're like, it's okay to be pissed, because everyone's like, be a good little Christian and don't get angry. Well, then it's like, okay, then you're the pot blowing up, and you go on a shooting spree. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, when you could have just got, like, it's okay to be angry. Why am I angry?
Or sad. You just lie there and you're like, bring it on. I surrender.
Depressed. I'm a loser. Okay, how much of a loser can I feel like? You know what I mean? Like, dive into it.
Yeah. I agree.
It really works.
It will move.
And then you start.
Because when you fight it, when you resist it, it persists.
That's called duality, baby. Because it's either gonna land on heads or it's gonna land on tails. And heads, is pleasant and tails is unpleasant. Welcome to humanity. But the thing is, once you realize that you are the coin, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm the non-dual observer. I am the awareness. Today's unpleasant, and I can resist it or bemoan it and make it worse, and then it drags on for weeks or months or years, and then you're pity party, and everyone's like, oh, I don't want to hang around Charisse. She's always so in victimhood. And then there's other people that are like, I'm taking responsibility for this. I can do this. I'm going to stay awake. I'm going to be present. Yeah. Because the best thing that you can do as a human being is to silently witness your karma unfold. You are a karmic wind-up doll. You are not going to overpower God in this universe and whatever karma you came here with. So just observe it, watch it, and then watch it peel layer after layer away.
I cannot wait to find out your North Node in astrology, because it literally spells out your Dharma, where you need to reach and stretch, and your South Node is your karma. Literally, if you want to know what, because people talk about a shadow, and you're in your shadow, and you're in your darkness, or in your comfort zone, it literally spells out what's your comfort zone, and what karma you're dragging in, and you get to like leave it behind. So we're going to discuss
Okay, we'll do that. But then I'll put my foot down and I'll be like, I am the nothing of everything.
That's fine. You don't have to buy into any of it, but it is fun.
No, but I'm the man. I'm the man. It's like I want, I'm the masculine. I'm like,
we're so
I am
opposite,
the allness. Well, that's just how it is. Like the man, he wants simplicity. He wants everything is God.
Everything is so simple. When you guys come to my house when we make a video, there's like crystals everywhere and things hanging and art supplies and biomat and furnishings. I stopped
buying stuff because I moved too much. I found this in the desert.
It's so inspiring here, you guys. How simple.
I found that in the desert though, but that's pretty cool for a free one. Right on this, just walking on the hiking trail.
I'm gonna give you some crystals.
I'm a crystal. I don't know if I love crystals or essential oils more, but I'm a princess. Okay. Some days I'm the king, and some days I'm the princess. It just depends on how I feel.
I'm gonna be the princess.
If it's a rough day, okay, you be the princess. I'll be the princess. The king.
Yes. I think we did good. This is great.
I think we did great. I hope everyone's stoked. We just wanted to have fun. We've always had fun, Yeah. I'm always trying to too hard. It's like I want to make sure I say something that,
Yeah, for me,
so
with the videos, it's always like the energy that we get to share with you guys, because it's the energy that we get to share. Like, we have so much fun. I want to share that. Like, you're really good at data, and then you're really good. And I'm more like, this looks good, it feels good, it's happy, it's pretty. But I think we're good together. I think we did good.
Yeah.
So we love you guys.
High five, baby. Yeah, let's just do this juice. This is great. No, it's fun to hang out. We haven't done anything like this in a long time. It's always me up here with the same juice recipe, all tight, screaming at you, staying in my lane, Hi, everyone. I'm going to say the same damn thing I say on every video because I'm scared to be myself. I don't want to lose you. Dan McDonald, blah, blah, blah. Here's my religion. It's like, no more religious stuff. Just be love.
You've really grown.
You're a hippie.
And
it's
evolved.
New age.
He's grown and evolved so much. Like, I see it. I don't know if you guys can feel the energy, but it's so nice. Like, you've been doing it. I'm proud to know you.
Just getting started.
Right, me too.
I'm about to do this raw food thing for real, because I'm gonna dip out from the social media and I'm gonna just go into the wilderness. And I am going to get 100% right with the Lord.
Okay, I'll hold down the fort in the kitchen with the food, because I'm going to start on my YouTube channel again. You'll start me up. Come over.
Make up all them tonics and stuff.
Yeah, the hot herbal tonics.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. All the cacao and all that stuff.
Yeah, and lion's mane
herbs
for your brain, and reishi for your heart, and all the good stuff. So come to my kitchen, join me, Dara Dubonnet.
Food as medicine.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you saying?
Fine. I interrupted
Dan's gonna
you.
what?
I interrupted you like 20 times today. I think I took a selfie while you were giving
this girl's taking selfies in the middle of my damn videos.
You're gonna be happy. Dara. You're gonna be happy we did it because we have a cute photo.
Dude, let's try to break it up a little bit here. The monotony. Hi, it's Dan McDonald. I'm the raw food robot. It's terrible. It's so terrible lately, but I just can't get out of my lane. I try to go out of my lane, and I get all this.
We should have a dance party.
Oh, dude, that's what I live for.
Your dance parties are the best.
That's what I live for.
The best. We should share. We need to put a link to one. We did one funny when you're wearing a clown wig and we're.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was Dance Party 3, I think.
We had so much
We
fun.
started off and we had little Mousy the rat in the background. That was number 1, and then we did number 2, and then I think with you guys it was number 3.
Yeah.
And my daughters as well.
Yeah. I mean, dance fun.
Dude, dancing to music,
fun.
dude,
You
is
do
more
it
important
here.
than all the rest of this. You can forget everything else we talked about today.
Right.
Put on your favorite music and dance.
Let's do that
Until
when we
you're
hang
just
out. We
whirling
need to
dervish.
dance. This food and this stuff, like, it makes you want to get up and move. It just does. You
Oh.
feel it, right? I feel it running through my body.
Oh yeah. So living foods
Yes.
for life and all the other stuff. I mean, I wish I could. What I try to do, and what I've tried to do on every video, which
Yeah.
is ridiculous, is try to transmit every single thing I know, because it's a huge blessing to have gone down this track
Yeah.
and to have gone from. And
Yeah.
even my best friend, he comes over and he knows that I chose to be in the drugs and the alcohol to show everyone, and I'm in the middle of this intensive transformational process using essential oils and raw foods and fasting and body work and meditation and yoga and fitness, and sleep is also key. But the main thing right now is this therapy, and it's just transforming my experience. And so that's why I'm 22 years into the live foods, and you got to learn, and the right people, the angels will come, you know.
They do.
The right people will
They
come
do.
if you're really hell-bent, and I am, because I
I'm
knew
not-
there had to be something better.
Yeah, I was less hell-bent, but just more, I just didn't want to do anything that lowered my vibration. It was a game. Like, how high could I get energetically and how beautiful could I look? It was literally a game. Like, how
And
good can
it's
I
a fun,
feel?
and that's
It's such
it's
a
a
fun
game,
game.
because what you are is beyond the body and beyond the mind, and that's the main thing to connect to, is the source. Then you go, okay, I'm connected to the source. I'm an invincible, infinite being,
Yes.
and I'm stuck here on Earth. So
Yes.
what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna be
I guess-
beautiful. I'm gonna make love. I'm gonna dance.
I have a different philosophy, I think. Well, it comes to the same thing, but we come at it from different points. I like to be beautiful. I like to see how much brighter I can look and feel, and how much more creative and how much more energy. Like, I love this earthly plane. I really do.
That's
and this
what
is
I
part
like
of
about you.
enjoying the bounty of the earth. Like, the beets and the really good carrots and the beauty and the sensuality of life. Like, this helps me to enjoy it more.
I guess I say that because the trammels of the mind, you know, it's like one in a billion get free, truly, eternally free, called enlightenment.
Maybe, Dan, you're just so smart that you're always in your brain because your brain is very active. You're very smart.
My nerves in my brain have been
Very
the hardest
active.
part, because they were real tight. And so part of this process I'm going through is unwinding them and learning how to be.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is yang, the decision, make the juice or clean the juice, get the, you know.
Yeah.
But then you have to also, so the path is kind of like 100% yin or 100% yang.
You invited in the yang. I'm the
And,
yang.
no, but also at the
Yeah.
same time within yourself.
Yeah.
And this is for men and women. Whatever your goal to accomplish. 100% yang, but also 100% yin.
Yeah.
So you see, it's like you're intensely flexible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're intense on what you. There's the thing, but this thing, you might have to go this way. You might have to go this way. You might have to go. You have to. So it's
and
like
I think
both.
I come at it from a yin point of view because it's nurturing and it feels good and it looks pretty and it tastes good and it's like all the kitchen stuff and apothecary stuff. But a certain amount of yang, it helps me to be more yang out in the world because it gives me more energy to hike or to bike ride. So I think we come at it from a different place, but it gives us both the yin and the yang. You come at it very yang.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I'm
Yeah.
like the typical dude. Like I'm climbing the mountain, damn it. You know,
I'm getting the
I'm
juicer,
getting there. It's
making-
getting done.
Like I knew I was going to come here and you'd have everything organized and you'd have a plan. Dan the man with a plan. I don't really have a plan. I turn on the camera and I'm like, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. It's just different, but it comes to the same place.
30 seconds. Let's wrap it up and make it 60-minute video. How about that?
Do it.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you're juicing for beauty, daily juicing habit. Check out my website. There's a link down below. Thank you, Dara, for joining us today and making the yin space for the yang.
Yep.
May you become a Jedi master yourself. And we're going to end this right at 60 seconds. God bless you and peace be with you.
Peace.